The modern hi-fi industry runs on an assumption: newer is better. But what if it's not? The next best thing is a trap that we often fall for, instead of just enjoying the music on the gear that we already have. Case in point, the Echo Classic and the Echo Vibe both come from Feliks Audio in Poland. Both use the exact same tubes. The newer Classic amp is simplified and cheaper. It even sits higher than the Vibe on Feliks Audio's own webpage. In other words, the Classic may look like the newer, optimized, more better amplifier, but it's not. The Classic costs €749, or about $785 and the Vibe costs €999, or around about $1,010 As it turns out, both sound wonderful, but the older Vibe sounds more wonderful. If you own this one, you've already got the better amplifier from Feliks Audio. And if you're looking to buy one of these and you're not sure which one, both are great, and there is a reason that you might choose to buy the Classic over the Vibe. Both the Echo Vibe and the Echo Classic are what's called OTL, or output transformerless headphone amps. That means they connect your headphones almost directly with the tubes, just via a set of capacitors, as opposed to transformers that are used in many other amplifier designs. We don't need to get into the pros and cons of OTL versus transformers in this particular video, but the thing you need to know is all about those capacitors. They're going to get important soon. Another thing that OTL means is that neither of these headphone amps is a powerhouse. Each of these will output 350 milliwatts, which sounds like a little bit, but it's actually plenty because they're designed for driving high impedance headphones. And that's where OTL amplifiers are at their best, meaning that they're ideally suited for high impedance models from brands like Sennheiser, ZMF headphones, some Audio-Technicas, and some old Beyerdynamics are in there as well. Those sorts of headphones tend to need only 10 milliwatts or so on tap to sound fantastic, so 350 milliwatts that you've got here is going to be plenty. And none of this is to say that you can't plug, say, a lower impedance planar magnetic headphone into these. They're still going to sound okay, but higher impedance dynamics is really where it's at when it comes to OTLs. And as a prime example of that, when I plugged the $3,500 Audio-Technica ADX 7000 headphones into the Classic and the Vibe, both sounded fantastic with those headphones. So much so that that was the headphone I used for most of my testing of these, alongside the ZMF Atrium for a healthy set of listening too. On the outside, both of these amps look very similar, but they're also clearly distinguishable from one another. To start with, there's a slight difference in the size of the chassis, and the Vibe has these beautiful carved wooden sides as well. There's also the larger covering of the transformer at the back. That's a power transformer, not an output transformer. Remember, these don't have those. And then the Vibe also has this input selector switch on the front, which makes sense because there's multiple RCA inputs on the rear. If we look at the Classic for a second, it doesn't have an input selector switch on the front because it's only got one pair of RCA inputs on the back. However, you might notice a second pair of RCA sockets on both amps separate from the inputs, and that's because these can also operate as a preamp for whatever your speaker setup is, giving you that lovely OTL sound in your speaker system. That will translate to a wonderful sense of body, liquidity and fluidity through the mid-range, and a sense of weight and smoothness to the sound that can be just what some systems need. And so, it will be fair to assume that the Classic is cheaper because they've stripped out all the extra inputs and taken away an extra switch. And that's partly true, but it's also a little bit more complex than that, and the other differences lie deep inside the amplifiers. Before the Echo Vibe, there was the Echo Mark II, and so the Echo Vibe is essentially an upgraded version of the Echo Mark II. It has upgraded capacitors. Remember I said before that the capacitors sit between the tubes and your headphones, and so they're an important part of the signal path. The Vibe also has upgraded shielding around the transformer. That's probably why the shape and size of this bell over the top is larger, and that should theoretically mean that there's less chance of noise or interference coming from the power transformer and getting into the tubes or the rest of the audio circuit. The Echo Classic is also built from the original design of the Echo Mark II, and that means that internally, the Echo Classic is essentially the same as the Mark II, but just with simplified input options. When I compared the Echo Classic to the pricier Galleon Victoria headphone amp and speaker amp, the Victoria did have an edge. It's more expensive though, and it takes up a lot of space on your desktop, benchtop, etc. And so the Classic is a great way to spend less money and get great sound without having to also go out and buy a new desk to fit the amplifier onto. And it also wasn't completely beaten in the comparison with the Victoria. I felt like the Echo Classic produced a slightly more holographic soundstage than the Victoria, but the Victoria to me did have a slight edge in its sense of refinement and articulation of the sound. But that was all against the Echo Classic. We haven't talked about the Echo Vibe yet. We definitely need to do that, but only after I've given you a discount for your next audio purchase. DEKONI Audio have been around since 2015, making high-quality headphone earpads, tips for earphones, and various other comfort accessories for headphones. Recently, they've expanded their range with a fantastic range of modular headphone cables and a great little magnetic dongle holder as well. And it's always nice to have your dongle held. You know, so it's safe from being dropped or damaged. The MagDAC will take care of that for you when you're out and about. And then when you're at home, you can keep your listening space free from clutter and cable mess by using the Ensemble cable system. These let you have a single headphone cable that connects to your amplifier end with 6.3mm, 4-pin XLR or 4.4mm, and then at the other end, you just have these little fly leads permanently attached to your headphones. You take the headphone end, connect it to the one cable, and now that cable fits any headphone in your collection. It's a great system and I can't imagine living without it these days. But you're here for the discount code, so let's get to that. If you want any of DEKONI Audio's products, including all the ones I've mentioned, but also more like headphone carry cases and those various comfort accessories for headphones I mentioned before, all you need to do is go to dekoniaudio.com and use the code PassionForSound10 at the checkout. You can use it as often as you like, so come back again and again and treat yourself, treat your family, treat your friends. Happy shopping, and now let's get back to the review. With a fully fledged flagship headphone like the Audio-Technica ADX7000, the Feliks Audio Echo Classic already sounded amazing. It has that sense of transparency and immediacy that I've only ever heard from an OTL amplifier. It's that sense that you're connected directly to the music. And it also reminded me again just how holographic and spacious the soundstage is from an amplifier like this one. I would describe the sound of the Echo Classic as being rich and weighty, but still transparent and resolving as well. I had one of those moments whilst listening to the ADX7000 with the Echo Classics where I started to think, can it really get any better than this? And then it did. The sound from the Vibe amplifier, the Echo Vibe that is, was even better again. I'd describe it as more refined, but there's more to it and it's hard to find the exact words to explain it. There was no one particular feature of the sound that I could point to and say this was better or that was better, but the end result was a sound that was even more natural and lifelike from the Echo Vibe. Having played with capacitors in the past in the various and many bottlehead amplifiers that I've built over the years, I'm kind of used to hearing this change. It's exactly the kind of benefit I'd heard before when I'd swapped out the stock capacitors that came with the bottlehead kits and upgraded to more expensive ones. Because those capacitors sit directly in the signal path, they have a direct influence over what you hear through your headphones. And so in the Echo Vibe, those capacitors, and possibly the extra shielding around the transformer, is resulting in an amplifier that is more fluid, transparent, articulate, and just more natural. There is, of course, no doubt that these amplifiers are more similar than they are different, but to my ears, the Vibe is essentially the perfect version of what the Echo Classic is already doing extremely well. It even produced, that being the Vibe, a slightly better soundstage, if that's possible. However, I said before that there is still a strong reason to buy the Classic over the Vibe, and it's not just the price. What it is the bass. With the extra refinement and realism from the Vibe, it's lost a tiny bit of the meat on the bones that you get from the Echo Classic. It's only a fraction, but it's enough that some of you will definitely prefer the meaty, weighty sound that you get from the Echo Classic. And that's especially true if you've got a leaner or brighter headphone. Or if your answer to the question, how much bass would you like, is yes. With the ADX7000s on the Echo Classic, the bass was just solid, beefy and tactile. But don't mistake that for loose and flabby. That's not what I'm saying here. There was still plenty of texture and control. It's true that the Vibe might give you even more control again, but you lose a touch of that weightiness as a result. And again, it's not enough to make the Vibe sound lean or thin, but the Classic had me coming back for more of that bass. But then, a dark cloud loomed on the horizon. I was loving my time with both of the Feliks Audio Echo amplifiers, and I was thinking about the fact that both of them use the exact same set of tubes, specifically 6N1P and 6N6P tubes. Those tubes are generally pretty easy to get your hands on, and in my time using them in various amplifiers, another great thing I've found about them is that you don't get a lot of variance in their sound, meaning that you're going to get good sound with whatever you buy. You might be able to get even better sound with some judicious tube rolling, but there's no need to go crazy. Having said that, both of the Echo amplifiers have auto biasing circuits, so if you do decide to tube roll, you don't have to worry too much about the precision of the matching that's gone on between the tubes. Technically, you could even get away without buying matched tubes. Now, I would probably still recommend that you do get matched tubes, particularly for the 6N6P power tubes, but the 6N1Ps don't really matter at all for matching. And that's probably good news because with the front tubes, the 6N1Ps, you can replace those if you want to. You can use other 6N1Ps or E88CCs, 6N23Ps, 6DJ8s or 6922 tubes. There's plenty of choices. And again, you don't have to be precise with matching the tubes because A, the front tubes don't matter so much for that, and B, there's an auto biasing circuit anyway. However, this dark cloud that was looming was when I realized that another amplifier that I own also uses the exact same tubes, specifically the Schiit Valhalla 3. Schiit Audio have made something of a habit lately of blasting much more expensive products out of the water with their designs. And so I'd already figured that I was about to hear a much cheaper amplifier destroy my excitement that I'd had over the Echo Classic and the Echo Vibe, and that was going to be annoying because the Schiit Audio products are less available outside of the USA. So for those of you that were looking at these and you can get your hands on these, I didn't want to disappoint you and tell you that the Valhalla 3 is that much better and that much cheaper. As it turns out, I needn't have worried. The Valhalla 3 is still a great amp at about half the price of the Echo Classic and the Echo Vibe. But I'd say that its bass delivery is less tight and less controlled than either of these. I'd also say that both of the Echo models deliver a larger, more spacious soundstage. That all served to prove to me why Feliks Audio has such a great reputation in the world of tube amps. And by the way, my main comparisons between these and the Valhalla 3 was done almost entirely with the Echo Classic, meaning that the Vibe is even better again than the Valhalla 3. Next to the much cheaper Valhalla 3, the Echo Classic here easily justified the jump in price to get an amplifier of this level of quality. It did so with its sense of fluidity, its sense of control over the music and the drivers and the headphones, and just generally a sense of authority that I didn't feel like I was getting from the Valhalla 3, even though that's a great amp in its own right. And so to me, both of the Echo range amplifiers from Feliks Audio are a fantastic choice. You cannot go wrong here. I think the Vibe is technically the stronger amplifier and it's more versatile with the different inputs available. But I would defy anybody to not thoroughly enjoy the classics driving a nice high impedance dynamic driver headphone. It's absolutely glorious to listen to. And that's especially when you consider that you'll also be able to feel the €150 left in your pocket if this is the one you chose. And so if you want to buy either the Echo Classic or the Echo Vibe, I'll put links in the description down below as always. I'll also put the link to DEKONI Audio and the discount code there as well, so happy shopping wherever you go. And for now, while you're in the mood for some great audio content, I've got another video pinned for you that's going to be just what you want to watch next, so be sure to watch that one. But until next time, peace, love and music, and I'll see you again soon.